Hello everyone, this is Callie with the Cosmic Haven Tarot here to give you your bi-weekly love reading. So we do have this eclipse happening today, and therefore in honor of that we are using the Luna Edition deck. So if those of you who live in the Midwest enjoy eclipses, just make sure that you have your special glasses, don't look at the sun directly, and I think it can even affect cameras, so be very careful, or at least do your research around cameras and things like that. But it's a very exciting time, such a transformational time, and I know there's a lot of fear mongering out there about this eclipse. However, as long as you set your intentions on what you want to bring into your reality, you're going to be safe. It's best to go into these energies with an intention rather than allowing the universe to just throw everything at you all at once. You have a choice in this matter, okay? So let's get started with our love reading. We have the Knight of Cups coming right off the bat, so you might be dealing with a water sign. This is a person who is very emotionally connected to you and really cares about you. They might have this past which is a bit immature. However, they are slowly growing out of that immaturity phase and really developing and learning how to feel and express their feelings. And it's a process, and it's really going to take, especially this Mercury retrograde, I'm going to say, it's going to take that Mercury retrograde time to really develop being able to express their feelings towards you. But there is somebody out there who does want to pursue you, who is on a quest to woo you. So be very excited about that. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So for some of you, this might be a totally new thing. Because you guys have, for a lot of you, you guys have been single for so long, or even if you are were in a relationship, you guys have carried the load completely by yourselves, and it's been very hard, and you're not used to like working and co-creating with someone. So it's going to take a lot of practice and a lot of being mindful. So throughout this Mercury retrograde and eclipse period, be mindful of when you can go out and co-create in an aligned way and communicate with this person in an aligned way, and when you need to step back and really work on yourself and work on your triggers, because this person is bringing up a lot in you, and part of you wants to really run away from it, but the universe is saying dive in, go deeper, go harder, go faster, go stronger, be really vulnerable and open, and trust that the universe has brought you your wish fulfillment, okay? There are some doubts in you, and that's why you're holding on to your stack of wands so tightly, but it's really about being able to let go. You've set your intention, you've done the inner work, you're continuing to do the inner work, and so you are being rewarded for that. Then we got the King of Pentacles. So some of you might have been leaving a controlling or overbearing situation, really kind of like a toxic masculine energy, and very miserly. So your guard is really up, and you're very protected about yourself, and like I'm getting a lot of control issues with this person. So your guard has been up, and you're really protective and don't want to get into that cycle of being codependent on somebody and really having to live in that survival mode, and really stepping out and being your own person and being independent. However, it is okay to be independent, and in this independence, in this fullness, in this wholeness, be in a relationship, okay, and desire human connection. Like that's the healthy way to go about it. So really trust yourself at this point. So a lot of you do have doubts, like, am I choosing the right person? Am I going to go back to this smaller version of what I had been in the past? And the answer is no. You aren't gonna go, like, that person is dead and gone, okay? Like that Justin Timberlake song, okay? So really trust that you are this completely new birthed person, and that you are so strong in who you are at this point that nothing's going to break you, and the universe wouldn't want to bring anyone to break you at this point. And people say, yeah, there's tests. And of course there's tests, but you've gone through those tests and you've gone through those trials and tribulations, and you know what stinks and you know what is actual roses, okay? Then we got the Four of Cups. So you guys really are feeling emotionally unfulfilled, emotionally dissatisfied, perhaps even sexually dissatisfied. Like, when is the last time you've been touched? When is the last time you've allowed somebody to really touch you and allowed yourself to be vulnerable and connected with somebody? So this is really about going within and seeing, like, am I ready? Am I willing to allow somebody to be in my life? Am I, like, this cup is here. Am I ready to go out and grab it? Am I ready to reach out and take what I already manifested and trust that this is the right choice for me? And the High Priestess. So this person really does see you as a wise individual. They look up to you, and you are that inner wisdom. And especially when you allow the mind to get out of the way, you know in your soul that this is the right connection and that you've created this magic for yourself. So really take time, especially during this eclipse. Like, the High Priestess has gone through the illusions and conquered the moon illusions. Rise above these issues and see yourself as this fully embodied, powerful, feminine energy, or, you know, a powerful man that has gone through it and done the inner work and really tapped into that femininity. And you're going to be completely fine. The Ace of Swords. So I do see that these doubts and these worries are going to clear up. And again, I'm feeling that this stuff is really, all these thoughts and these doubts are just being brought up because we're in that Mercury retrograde period where all the past is coming back to haunt us. For a lot of you, it isn't even so much so like exes are contacting you, or, you know, those dramatic things. It's more like your thoughts are haunting you. And so I do see that you guys are able to go beyond those negative thoughts and move past them and set new beliefs and new intentions for yourself. And the Devil. So rising above your inner demons and breaking free. So perhaps some of you are still stuck in this toxic pattern, and really connected to people who aren't really serving you. And you're like, okay, is this love or is this passion? And you're really there to determine whether this is love or passion. So for some of you, this is really just a passion phase, and it's really not a good situation, or a conducive situation, because you might have more feelings than they do. And that's totally, like, you know, as long as you're aware that you have more feelings than they do and you're able to set these boundaries, then that's totally fine. But this Devil card in reverse is asking you to set those boundaries and allow yourself to break free of this codependency or this clinginess or this need to this desperation when it comes to your desires to be loved. And the Three of Swords. So for some of you, there actually might be a third party, or you might have different options, and you're afraid of hurting people. So you're like, oh, do I just stay? Or even, it's not, you're not necessarily dating the two, but you're talking to two different people, and you're like, okay, I really don't want to hurt this one person's feelings. You know, I really like them, but this person feels better. And so it's really coming to that decision and really being like, okay, you know what? Sometimes you just have to hurt people, and it's really their reaction to the situation. So you can let them go in a healthy way. But if they decide to stay within that pain, to an unhealthy amount, that's on them, not you. You have to go and do what your heart wants to do. And the Hierophant. So a lot of you have seen that the signs and the synchronicities around a certain person, and you know that this person is the right person for you. Like, they just keep popping up, and you are following the stars and following your inner guidance and seeing the patterns and really being able to go there. But when it's coming to the very end of the line right here, you're just a little bit holding back. a little bit too structured and a little too doubtful in your intuition. So it's really asking you to trust that that star is guiding you to your own personal, metaphorical Messiah. And by Messiah, I mean your wish fulfillment, okay? In the Two of Wands, so some of you guys are weighing your options still. So I am seeing that some of you do have this two-party situation, and you're weighing your options, very indecisive, don't really know where to move. So you've taken a step back, which is a good thing. You're really going inward and seeing like, okay, what is it that I truly want? What is it that I truly desire? And you are allowing yourself to take time to make that decision. And by doing that, you are going to make the right decision. I mean, we have the well, so you're making your wish in the wishing well and really setting these intentions and being able to see like, okay, this person, party one, let's say, is a part of my past. They were brought to me because I hadn't healed this trauma. And person two is more aligned with what I truly desire, perhaps. And really being able to surrender to that and accept like, okay, I'm shedding this layer. I do have to let one person go. But also taking your time and making that decision. And death, so rapid transformation for you. So I do see that a lot of you are going to be able to shed these naysaying, these doubtful thoughts, this lack of self-worth. And for some of you, it might be that you feel like you're just the side person for somebody. So working on, okay, do I really want to be a side person or do I want to be a main person? And being able to set those boundaries and find that sense of self-worth and be able to say like, look, I'm not anybody's side person. I'm going to be equally partnered with somebody, and we're going to be seen together, and we're going to respect and honor one another. And that's going to be a major transition for some of you because you guys have been used to just laying in the back, letting people do what they want with you, and really not being in a satisfied, fulfilling relationship where you two are working together as equals. So for a lot of you, you are shedding that side person trope. And strength, so I'm saying that somebody in this situation is really tottering and really uncertain and perhaps ungrounded. Maybe it's you, maybe it's them, maybe it's a mix of both. But there is this indecisiveness and this going back and forth between what the ego wants and what the spirit wants. So really stay in alignment and stay grounded with who you are and what you truly desire. And the outcome is you are really going to be grounded in who you are. You're going to be able to bring about that prosperity. Like I said, for a lot of you, end of Mercury retrograde is going to be relationship season for you guys. So as long as you're doing this inner work, this inner transformation, use the eclipse to really bring about what it is you want to manifest. That's going to be such amplified energy. It'll be wonderful for you. So really take that time. And we're going to just pull one oracle card from the Dream Ritual Oracle card before we close out today. And we got record. So really do a lot of journaling during this time, or, a lot of talking to somebody, perhaps a therapist, and really seeing what it is in your past that you need to let go of. And I suggest doing more journaling and more physical types of therapy. Like, yes, talk it out, but also let it out physically, because your body is also keeping these records as well. So if you go to yoga after therapy, or if you go to a somatic therapist or a breath workshop to really release this stuff, something physical is especially what I would suggest, to allow the body to release old records. And then eating healthy and setting affirmations, setting intentions to allow the body to create new records. We got a new library going on in the body, okay? So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and take care.